that is ISST School of Fitness Sciences. Welcome to today's show for Fitness Talks with Anand. Anand Pandya, I am the co-founder and director for ISFS. Today we have a special guest with us. He is somebody who we'll wait for him to come in and then I'll introduce you guys to him. Let's see who all are here. We have Dr. Pendse. Yes, he's online. Tanvi, Deepak. Hey guys, Dr. Pendse, I'm sending you the request.
We'll have our guest any moment here.
Hello, Anand. How are you? Good morning. Yes, I'm great.
I would just like to introduce.
Nice to be here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Today's our guest is Dr. Rahul Pendse. He has a very big profile, so I'll read it out to you. A medical doctor, martial artist, avid sportsman with over 30 years of experience in education, training, and consulting in the fields of medicine, preventive health care, fitness, bodybuilding, martial arts, sports conditioning, functional rehab, fitness education, medical fitness, and sports nutrition. He has guided many athletes in different sports to achieve excellence at their various levels. He himself is internationally certified by American Council of Sports Medicine, that is ACSM, American Council on Exercise, that is ACE, American Heart Association, Functional Training Institute, Singapore, IHFA-NESTA USA Sports Nutrition, the Cooper Institute USA, Fitness Gram, Child Health and Fitness, Diploma Sports Medicine, FIFA. And this profile is after we have shortened it. So you know how much experience he has and how many certifications and what kind of education he has. So today, welcome Dr. Rahul to Fitness Talks with Anand.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you so much.
So as we know, in this situation, we are doing the shows to create more awareness in our viewers and about fitness, exercise, and nutrition. With the help of people like you who are so well educated and working in this industry for so many years. So here I'll be shooting you some questions which come from the viewers, which are very general, common questions in people's mind. And in our discussion, people will discover the answers for the questions. So let's start with the first one. Tell me about your journey from a medical field to martial artist, to sportsman, to fitness and nutrition education, training and consulting in such a short time. It's remarkable. How is that journey?
No, it's been a long period. In fact, almost 30 years now. Many people have influenced me in my life. To begin with, it was my father who introduced me to yoga at an early age of 8. Me and my brother, we started with yoga.
Right.
And then we continued with martial arts after that. My brother Parag, he introduced me to martial arts in 1989. Taekwondo basically, and my master Nandu Chavan and Grandmaster Vijay Inamdar, they were the people who influenced me. So continued with Taekwondo for 7 years, along with my medical education, as well as my postgraduate education. And 1991, one of my colleagues, who is Dr. Nitin, he introduced me to the world of bodybuilding, natural bodybuilding. And that's how my journey began, and it's been an ongoing journey since then. There have been ups and downs, but I managed to stay consistent.
Yes.
So many people, as I told you, my brother, my father, my friend, and there's so many people who influenced me, who pushed me to be on this journey. And there are various other people, like one of our idols, one of the fitness icon of India, Mr. Madhukar Talwalkar sir.
Absolutely.
He's a big inspiration to be in this journey. I'm hardly now 47 now, going on to 48, but still I'm there. Consistency is the key. Consistency up to some extent is not possible for everyone and anyone, but even if you go off track, the most important part is to come back on track.
Correct.
That's the most important thing, because not everyone can be in fitness 24/7, or rather say all years of their life. There will be ups and downs.
Correct.
But the most important thing is to come back on track whenever you go off it. That's my learning. And along with these people who influenced me, I continued my education in the fitness industry, doing my ACSM, ASN, almost 22 certifications.
Right.
So, and it's still on. I'm still learning. So it's been a journey. Learning is the key.
So from looking at your certifications, there is a very key aspect in our industry, which I have also come across a lot personally. There are so many people working in our industry. We employ a lot of people. There are so many trainers who are very talented. But
Absolutely.
somewhere I have seen that education, upgradation, certifications are missing.
Absolutely.
And they become
I agree.
trainers, but this is missing. And even if one certification is done, upgradation is not happening. So what would you like to tell in this picture? Because I find it a very a point in our industry where we really need to work on. What do you feel?
See, sir, people sometimes they think I've got a certifications, then I know everything. It's not like that.
Right.
Each and every individual has to keep on learning on a daily basis.
Right.
So education in terms of the fitness industry, you need to upgrade yourself. You need to upgrade your certifications also.
Yeah.
And I believe that without that, then you go nowhere, because there are so many new things coming in.
Correct.
And if you miss that, and you can't give anything new to your client. The client trainer relationship depends on a lot of things, and one of it is knowledge and the versatility. What kind of versatility you can bring to your training, that is important. That's why learning on different the various trainings offered in the fitness industry, each and every trainer, whether it's a general trainer, fitness trainer, personal trainer, should upgrade himself or herself and keep on getting these certifications. That's what I believe in.
Very true. Now, there are a lot of certifications in the market. So how does one decide what certification to go for?
That is a very good question, if you ask me.
I've seen you.
And that's so I believe there are some certain good academies in India also who offer good certifications, and for people who want to learn in regional languages as well, they have these certifications. I don't want to promote anyone, but there are good certifications available in India as well as international. So people who think that it's difficult for them to do the international certification should definitely go for the certifications available in India.
Okay.
Because there also things are taught well. That's what I would like to say.
Right. Wonderful. So yes, all those trainers, please get any certification which is available to you. Start with certification and then you will discover. Correct?
Absolutely. And you have to keep on learning. You interact with other individuals. While you're working in gyms, you interact with other trainers. You see how they are training. So you can inculcate certain things what is lacking in you. It's all about learning. Right. You have to keep learning all the time. I'm still learning and I'll keep on learning. That's what it is.
So, and it's very important that we see, now you're regularly a consultant and guide on very preventive rehab, exercise and medical nutrition therapies for various chronic diseases. Now diseases like you are into consulting of hypertension, diabetes, obesity, cardiac disorders, thyroid, hormonal disorders,
PCOS,
Yes. So we need people to be certified in order to handle such kind of clients.
Absolutely. There is something called the special population. These people come from the special population. Okay. So there are certain certifications internationally available which include special population, as well as there are certain academies in India who teach special population. So each and everyone has to undergo this, because you're not going to just get fit people while you're working as a personal trainer. Not everybody is going to be normal. There are people going to be there who will be suffering from hypertension, diabetes, and these different various disorders. So you need to be prepared.
Correct.
So that's why you need to educate yourself in that, because you are here. Let me tell you, Anand, you are playing with human bodies.
Yes.
You're playing. I'm using this term. And if you're playing or interacting with human bodies, you just can't go and do anything and everything. You have to be careful of whatever. Client safety is priority.
Absolutely. Agreed.
That's the most important thing.
Very true. So as we know, as of now, we have been working together and we've seen that hypertension, diabetes, obesity, cardiac disorder, India is ranking #1 in the world.
Obesity is it's number one. Yeah,
Yes. So
absolutely.
how do you think that you have been consulting and helping so many people, so many of our population?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are very modest, but I tell my viewers in this 30 years, Dr. Pendse has trained and inspired so many fitness professionals and clients, because I keep coming across people who you interact with. So you have reached so many people and changed their lives. To our
Thank you.
viewers, what are those some tips that you can give that how can exercise and fitness help in staying away from these disorders? Everybody is having this nowadays.
Yeah. So the most important thing is assessment,
Yeah.
primarily. Now, what people generally do with regards to health fitness, they focus on the cosmetic part.
Mm-hmm.
They watch heroes and film stars and bodybuilders and so many people around them. The social media is full of all these things, YouTube videos, and you know that what I mean to say.
True, true.
So uh, people forget that there are very simple 5 basic fitness components which need to work upon.
Right.
Number one is your cardiorespiratory endurance, that is your stamina.
Okay.
Number two is your muscular strength. Number three is your muscular endurance. Number four is your flexibility. And number five is your body composition. Now, even if you start working on these 5 things,
Mm-hmm.
now as the American Council on Exercise says, they talk about function first, then health, then fitness, then performance.
Mm-hmm.
But people try to jump to fitness and performance directly. They don't go the steps. Number one is the functionality. Now, the functionality is how your body functions, or how do you function on a daily basis in your house, at work, or everywhere else.
Correct.
So to bring about that functionality and then to proceed to improving your health, you need to work on these 5 components.
True.
Now, first of all, to work on these 5 components, you need to know where you stand on these 5 components.
Very
That's
true.
where assessment comes in. Correct or not? Because until and unless you measure it, you can't improve it.
Very true. Yes. Yes.
So the measurement part, as I say, one of the institute which is the Cooper Institute. Now they talk about the measurements. Dr. Kenneth Cooper. He says that until and unless you don't know what is your stamina, until and unless you don't know what is your muscular strength, endurance, flexibility, and what is your body composition, how can you improve it?
Very
So I always tell people, you first measure your fitness components and then you start working on it. Now measuring your fitness components and then you start working on your functionality. So function comes first, then comes health, then comes your fitness,
Very true.
and then comes performance. People directly try to jump to performance. That's where the problem comes in, and then they give up because they see somebody lifting so much and they want to lift that kind amount of weight. They see somebody doing so many push-ups, so many pull-ups. They want to do that. They can't even do 1 or 2 pull-ups.
Correct.
So what happens? कि functionality ही नहीं है. So that's why they get demotivated and then they turn off. And that's how they stop coming to the gym or they stop exercising. So you need to analyze first where you stand.
Right.
Only then you start working on those components: function, health, fitness, performance. That's it.
Amazing. Such a wonderful thing you touched. And so many people.
So very simple.
Yes.
Absolutely. They don't know.
Yeah.
The awareness has to be created. That's what I feel. That's my job. That's what I feel.
Thank you. We appreciate
Yeah.
it. And yes, we come across assessment, the most important. We come across so many people who say that, oh, I can walk 2 kilometers, I can do this, I can do that. But
Where is the report card?
Where is the report? A report card is important. Very true.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. So
Absolutely.
also there is you also consult for hormonal disorders.
Yeah.
So what kind of hormonal disorders are these, and how do we help them?
See, majority of the hormonal disorders, what I see is in women.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about the hypothyroidism or the polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Okay.
So, and especially in these hormonal disorders, women tend to gain weight.
Hmm.
Now, you need to understand, apart from the medication what they are taking from their respective doctors,
Correct.
the most two important things what they need to work is on their exercise and nutrition. And I've seen so many people improving on their hormonal issues with exercise and nutrition. Two most important things. which we're lacking, apart from the medication which they are taking from their doctors. And even doctors also advise them to, because if you see in hormonal disorders, especially in women, they tend to put on a lot of weight, especially PCOS.
Correct.
And with a proper planned nutrition and a proper exercise program, if followed correctly, after assessment, can definitely give them very good results if consistently followed. That's what I believe.
Such a wonderful.
So ultimately everything comes to exercise and nutrition. It's two important things.
Very true. Please, our viewers, please note this. It is very important.
And apart from that, apart from that, rest, recovery, and sleep, that is also important.
Correct. Yeah, sleep is a very major factor. People.
Absolutely.
I've seen people sleeping after midnight, getting up late, and the common answer is that, oh, I had my 7 hours or 6 hours completed. So how does the sleep timing also matter?
Sleep timing does matter. A very simple analyze. How do you analyze that? How you are feeling the next day. If you are feeling fresh, then you have had good sleep. If you are not feeling fresh through the day, either dukh raha hai, udhar dukh raha hai, I'm not feeling. You come to know. So it's for some people. Now remember, yogis. Yes. Now yogis who are doing yoga since years, for them hardly 4 hours of sleep is enough.
Correct.
Now people even after 6-7 hours of sleep, they don't feel fresh. Now if that's the problem, even if after sleeping for 6 to 7 hours, they are not feeling fresh, then there's some problem in nutrition.
Okay.
Or their activity. This is all interlinked.
Okay.
Sleep is a very important factor, no doubt, but everything is interlinked. It has to be a holistic, proactive lifestyle. Okay. That's what I feel. So when we founded Pendse's Martial Fit Training Academy with my brother Parag, we decided to work on all these things. We started with proactive lifestyle. Okay. Now even my wife, who is a nutritionist, so we work on all three things. And we advise people, you need to work on the basics. You need to start becoming proactive. Proactive is doing things on your own. You shouldn't need anybody to tell you. You shouldn't need your trainer to call you and wake you up at 6 o'clock in the morning to come to the gym. You yourself should wake up in the morning and go to the gym. That is being proactive. That's it. And it takes time, no doubt. But being proactive is the key. And that's what I feel.
Very true. Very true. And that's good. You have a holistic fitness family of yours.
Absolutely.
Everybody into fitness. So
Basically, so we have been inspired since childhood. Firstly by my father, and then from my maternal granduncle is Mr. Vijay Hazare, the former cricket captain of India. So that has been there in the genes since long.
Okay.
Padma Shri Vijay Hazare. So he's my maternal grandfather. So it's there in the genes, but the only thing is, just being there, being in the genes is not enough. The most important thing is proactively doing it. Because generally what happens, as we tend to age, we stop, we go into the comfort zones. Right. You can't do that. Our body is like the vehicles which we use. We have to service it on a daily basis throughout our life. Fitness is not a destination. There are so many people, they just do a 3 months ka transformation and done. Fitness is not about a 3 months ka transformation. It's a journey of an entire life on a daily basis.
So
correct or not?
Very true, yeah. Doctor. So
thank you.
Some really important topics that you've covered. I have some members saying that the host voice is not clear. Can anybody confirm? Just type it and say if my voice is clear. Can you hear Dr. Pendse and me clearly? Can you just type in the comment and confirm if we are audible? Viewers, let's get a check on the audibility. Hi, any of our friends and the viewers, can you just confirm if we are audible to you? If both of our voices are audible? Okay. Just a moment. Dr. Pendse, we'll just take a pause. I'll just check the connection.
Yeah.
Yes. Your voice is audible. My voice is not. So I'll just get the connection checked.
Okay.
Yes. Dr. Pendse, can you hear
Yeah.
me? Am I audible to you?
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Friends, I've just resetted my connection. Friends, viewers, am I audible to you now? Am I loud and clear? Okay, I guess we'll move on to the next question. See, you've been guiding and training many athletes to improve their performance and achieve success at district, state, national level, international level. You've been training in
Absolutely.
swimming, track and field events. There's archery. There's various sports that you've been training people into. So,
Yeah.
what is it that you keep? What is the special or the difference in their training? What is it that these sports people need to do? Because there are a lot of viewers who are also
No.
sports people.
Yeah. Sports specific, as I said, the journey begins from function, health, fitness, performance. Now these people, they have started their journey, or they have crossed their function, health, and fitness, and now the most important for them is performance. So sports specific training comes in the performance part. At the same time, you cannot ignore function, health, fitness.
Okay.
The amount of time they spend in performance training is more than the amount of time they spend training on the first three things.
Okay.
So pertaining to different sports, I work on their strength and conditioning and their sport specific movements,
Okay.
their nutrition. My wife helps me in it. So it's a teamwork basically.
Yes.
My brother helps me in it. He's a martial artist. So martial arts also play a great role in conditioning a client. So that's what we do. We do teamwork. So basically it's performance related training without forgetting health, function, and fitness. We work on all the components.
Right.
Yeah.
So yes, there is a special training for people in different sports, and it has to be
Yeah.
customized and personalized according to their sport.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very
Absolutely.
true. So yes, fitness is connected to all the sports. That means.
Yeah. Because if you see, until and unless you are fit, you can't perform.
Right.
Take the example of Mr. Virat Kohli. You see him 10 years back, you see him now.
Yes.
And over the last 8 to 10 years, his performance has gone on a different level. How? Because he changed his fitness. He improved upon his fitness. So that's what is important. Now that's where I come in the picture.
Yes, and he also
That's my work.
in turn has inspired so many people towards fitness.
Absolutely.
So
So fitness is the key.
very true. So nowadays we see women pursuing exercise and fitness a lot.
Absolutely. So many of them.
How can we encourage more and more people who are in their houses, housewives, to get into fitness? Why is it important to them?
Very, very important because if you see the entire the house, the entire responsibility, if you see, is on the lady of the house. Now, if the lady of the house is not fit, the house is not fit, then the house is not balanced.
Correct.
So we need to create awareness for women, especially because now when we talk about fitness, women just focus. They say we go for walks or we do some yoga.
Right.
For flexibility. Now, yoga, no doubt, is fantastic because it covers all the fitness components.
Okay.
But yeah, because if you see, Surya Namaskars is the king of exercise. Functionality wise, you can't touch Surya Namaskars. It is the best.
Correct.
But apart from that, there has to be progression in the resistance training. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Means until and unless you challenge your body will not overcompensate. Overcompensate in terms of overcompensation is a good overcompensation. For example, just you are continuing the same exercise over a period of time, you will keep on getting the same results. You won't improve. Correct or not?
Very true.
So for women especially, resistance training is big time used to lack. I'm seeing so many ladies lifting weights now.
Correct.
And they lift it wonderfully.
True.
So that's a fantastic thing.
Yes.
So many ladies I see doing martial arts. Excellent.
Yes.
So women need to be inspired. They need to be motivated to take up resistance training. Apart, no doubt they're doing their walks, their cardio, their yogasana. Fantastic for flexibility and overall wellness. But
Correct.
they should lift weights because, as you know, after 30, the calcium starts depleting
Yes. Yes.
in women. As they move towards menopause, their estrogen progesterone levels start dropping, which may lead to osteoporosis. So to avoid that, women need to start a resistance training program along with whatever cardio and flexibility they are doing. They need to take care of their proper nutrition, because until and unless they're not fit, the house will not be fit.
Right.
So women need to be encouraged to start a proper resistance training program in the gym. That's what I believe.
So, doctor, a very important point you have said about progression. Can you
Yeah.
elaborate a little more on that for women?
Progressive overload. Now, if you're doing body weight training, you will be lifting the same amount of body weight every day at home.
Correct.
Whether you're doing squats, whether you're doing push-ups, whether it will be the same amount of weight, albeit it will go down
Yes.
as you lose the fat.
Yes.
So there will be no challenge to your bones, because until and unless your bones are challenged, they won't become strong. They will slow.
Yes.
That's why you need progressive overload. That is, you need to increase the amount of weight you are lifting so that your muscles become more stronger, your bones become more stronger, and you become more healthy. And the most important things which women want to do is lose fat. Now you will lose more fat with weight training, not with cardio. Cardio is only for the heart. Cardio is to have a healthy heart, have a good blood circulation. But if you want, there is something called, I could go into the details, epoch and all, the RER and the epoch, but I don't want to go into that.
Yes.
But I would suggest, if you really want to lose weight, go to the gym and lift weights. Very simple. Along with your cardio and your flexibility programs and the right kind of nutrition and food.
Right. Correct.
Correct?
Thank you, doctor, for that. Thank you for the elaboration.
Yeah.
Very important. Progressive overload.
The overload, the weight the amount of weight you lift has to be progressed. It has to go on, but you can't keep on increasing it. There has to be a certain up and down about it. There is something called as what we say,
This is a very important
periodization. There's something called as periodization. Yeah.
Yes.
So programming and periodized. So it has to be periodized properly. High intensity, low intensity, high intensity, low intensity, and that's how you will gain progress and gain all the benefits of resistance training.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
and
you.
especially for women. Women, it's very important.
Very important. Yes. So this point has to be touched, and you touched it today. Thank you very much. We'll move on to the next question. A lot of young population is getting inspired by Hollywood and Bollywood, as you said, which is a good thing. It's creating awareness about exercise and nutrition.
Absolutely.
But a lot of people are looking for shortcuts to get themselves aesthetically fit, and in turn they end up hurting themselves. So as you said, performance.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, one thing I would like to tell the viewers and would like to tell youngsters, the Bollywood people, they have a lot of money, they have a lot of time, and they are focused. So they can do anything. They have a team of doctors looking after them. They have a team of nutritionists looking after them. They have a team of trainers and loaders and whatnot.
Yes.
So please do not copy what they do, because whatever they do is for their profession. And then they go off, and there are so many things.
Yes.
What I said is, keep it simple. Function, health, fitness, performance. Go this way. Avoid copying the Bollywood or Hollywood, whatever.
Yes. Yes.
Copy the man in the mirror.
Super. So my next question, a follow-up for this is, a lot of people are also turning towards, this is a very important topic that I wanted to address, and who better than you to talk about it. Anabolic steroids, fat burners.
That's a very controversial topic, but I would suggest all youngsters to stay away from it, because of the kind of effects they can have in the long term. Because I've seen so many patients coming to me with so many issues, and I have to handle them. So my suggestion would be stay away from fat burners, as well as, because even the fat burners are dangerous.
Yeah.
They can have cardiac issues. They can cause cardiac issues. Correct. So stay away from those fat burners and stay away from AAS. Big time.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you for clearing that up, because interacting with a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of people going towards these shortcuts. Thank you for clearing
because
that up. Yeah.
Fitness is not a 3 months transformation, as I said earlier. It's a journey of a lifetime.
Yes.
Journey of a lifetime. You can't just for a short term take anabolics and they get results, and ultimately you're going to land up in that vicious cycle. Especially youngsters. Youngsters need to stay up big time.
Thank you, doctor. Next, you have been into martial arts,
Yeah.
taekwondo since 16 years.
Yeah.
Since the age,
Age 16.
age 16 years.
My age 16.
Yeah, how has it helped you?
No.
And what are the important pointers for parents? I see a lot of parents enrolling their kids into martial arts. So it brings in some kind of discipline. What would you say?
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. Now, one of the, I will always be grateful to my brother Parag and to my master Nandu Chauhan, who inculcated me in this habit of exercising. It started with that basically. Even we had started with my father. We used to. It was my father who pushed us towards. He used to wake us up early in the morning at 4:35 and make us do yoga.
Wow.
Way back.
Way back.
That's how. Then we used to play table tennis. We used to go swimming, and then my brother started with martial arts. Then he got me into it. That's my brother is here. It's a picture of him here.
Right.
Yeah, right. Breaking bricks. So, what martial arts taught me was कि no matter what challenges you face, you can come out of it easily. You have to keep a strong mind. Now, martial arts make you though it may not make you disciplined, but they make you strong. Now, some people will become disciplined. Now, it depends on person to person how he takes it.
Right.
Ultimately, it gives you the power from within to fight any challenge at any level.
Right.
I have faced so many challenges in my life, to be honest. But the only thing that got me out of the challenges was my learnings of martial arts. So I would urge each and every parent to enroll their child into martial arts above age 8, not till then. And some children above 5 also they enroll, but I would advise go above 8. But everybody should, and not only the children, I would urge each and everybody of you to learn martial arts. Now, there may be any type of martial arts, whether it's taekwondo, kickboxing, or karate, or anything. Judo, Wing Chun, Jeet Kune Do, Tai Chi, go for it. Because that's the best, because it works on all the components, and including the components, it works on your mind.
Right.
Basically, the way yoga works on your mind, even martial arts, if learned from a proper teacher, that will work on your mind. There are so many schools available, but you need to find the right teacher.
Right.
And unless the student is ready, the master won't appear. That's what I feel.
Correct. True. Very true. And that's really a very valid point, and I'll urge every person to get their kids into martial arts, because
Absolutely. And especially girls. Girls should learn martial arts. Very important.
Yes.
That will build the person, it builds you from within. It builds you on every front. Very important.
Right. A lot of people have this myth also that going into martial arts, will my height not increase?
See, your height will not increase once you have reached your ossification. Ossification is the complete growth of a bone. Growth of a bone. Sorry. So for girls, it's around age 18, and for boys, it's around age 19.
Okay.
So whatever activities you want to do with regards to increasing your height, these are the two age groups: 18 for girls, 19 for boys.
Right.
Above that, it will not increase. And the most important factor is the genetic predisposition.
Okay.
Your genetics. That will ultimately decide on what kind of activities you are doing. That will also decide. So martial arts will help to increase height, but only till the as your genetics are decided.
Thank you.
On the contrary, it will help you flexible, improve all your fitness components. That's what it will do, and it will make you stronger mentally if done properly under the guidance of a right teacher. Okay. That's very important.
Yes. Thank you for clearing that up. A lot of people have that in their mind. So in fact, doing any kind of activity like martial arts and exercise will in fact give you the height that you are supposed to reach genetically.
It's not that.
Along with the help of nutrition.
Absolutely.
Now, doctor, in this scenario of COVID-19 where we all are stuck in the house, we keep hearing about immunity. A lot of of people are coming up with shakes for immunity, asanas for immunity, exercises for immunity. There are a lot of jokes also happening about immunity. From Dr.
Correct.
Rahul Pendse, we would like to hear what is it that our viewers can do in order to build up good immunity.
See, there are three things involved in immunity. Number one is your surface factors of your body, what you get from outside. Number two, your innate immunity. That is what immunity you build from within. And number three is acquired or adaptive immunity. Means that which you get from interacting with outside factors which affect your immunity. So, as I said, surface factors, innate immunity, and acquired or adaptive immunity. So, it's very important to know that the kind of food which you eat, the amount of exercise which you do. Now, fitness is a very important part.
Right.
Because, and that too, let me be very, very clear here. Now, even with fitness, the amount of exercise you do is also very important.
Okay.
Now, a 1 year study of over 500 adults found that people participating in 1 to 2 hours of moderate exercise per day was associated with a 1/3 reduction in the risk of getting a upper respiratory tract infection.
Wow.
And that's a study which was done.
Okay.
So the key here is, even with fitness, the key here
Yes, doctor.
because if you yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Here the moderation is the key.
Okay.
The exercise is because overtraining will suppress your B and T cells, lymphocytes.
Okay.
Undertraining, being sedentary, that will also deplete your immunity. Because overtraining, you will raise levels of cortisol, which is the stress hormone, which will suppress your immunity.
Okay.
So the right amount of exercise, moderate exercise, done on a daily basis will definitely help you to boost your immunity. Now, one more thing is the kind of food which we eat and your digestion. Now, your digestion plays a very important part. Now, people think, now this guy is talking about digestion. Hum immunity ki baat kar rahe, doctor is talking about digestion. Digestion is the key. Now, what people do generally, I've seen so many people around, after eating any kind of whatever activity they do, after, let's say for example, after having lunch, I see at so many corporates, they go for walks.
Correct.
So they say Shatapauli is advised in Ayurveda.
Right.
Correct or not?
Right. Correct.
Now there is a shloka written in Ayurveda 5,000 years back. Now the shloka goes like this: Vyavayam cha vyayam cha dhavanam panameva cha yuddham gitam cha patham cha muhurta bhuktavan tyajit. Now Vyava is having sexual intercourse, Vyayam is exercise or walking, swimming, whatever. Vyavayam cha dhavanam panameva cha, taking a bath.
Okay.
Yuddham gitam cha patham cha, muhurt is 45 minutes, bhuktavan is after eating, tyajit is avoided.
Okay.
And if you relate it to the modern science, there is something called as a peritoneal shunt. Now, when you start eating your food, the blood circulation is directed towards the digestive system to aid digestion. Now, after eating food, if we start doing activity, what will happen? The blood will go back to the peripheries and the digestion will be affected. So many people who give the कि आयुर्वेदा ने बताया, आयुर्वेदा ने ऐसा कुछ नहीं बताया. आयुर्वेदा ने ये बताया कि 45 minutes तक कुछ मत करो. Just sit in a place, at least 5-10 minutes, let it settle in. Don't start doing an activity. That's where the digestion goes weak. And that's how the various metabolic activities get affected. And that's where the real fault lies. So basically correcting your digestion is very important, so that the metabolic activities of the liver, the pancreas, and the other organs, the endocrine system, to work well. Because all these hormones play a factor in deciding your immunity. Very, very important. And the production of hormones or the regulation of hormones depends upon how well you are getting the nutrition from the food which you have eaten. That's how the metabolism is regulated. Now, majority of the people fall short in this because they're not focusing on what they eat, how they eat, when they eat, and then they go for different medications and they go for immune booster. No doubt that's fine, but until and unless you correct your two things, number one is your eating, and number two is your exercise activity. The moment you start doing moderate exercise on a daily basis, your immunity will definitely be boosted. Now, with regards to the current scenario, the COVID-19 scenario, there are so many things available. There's Ayurveda, there's homeopathy, so many things available.
True.
But very simple things is, which I would advise everyone to follow is, start eating right, eat in moderation, eat less because you are not able to do the kind of exercise you are able to do. You were able to do before.
Correct.
So eat less, exercise less. If you want to exercise, if you want to keep it in moderation right now till the gym start, go for yoga. It's the best option.
Okay.
You can do Surya Namaskars. You can do pranayama. You can do meditation. Improve your lung capacity. Very, very important. Now, how do you improve your lung capacity? Deep breathing exercises. You can even do pranayama, whatever. There are different types of breathing exercises available. But do at least one type of breathing exercise.
Okay.
Move your body. Moving your body every morning is very important.
Yes.
Functionality. Functionality is your movement. And nothing better than a simple Surya Namaskar to move all the joints in your body. That's the best in the current scenario. Once your gym starts, please go. But right now, till the time you enter your gyms, you have to keep yourself moving.
Yes.
You have to keep yourself fit.
Yes.
Correct or not? So in this scenario, make sure you get your daily dose of vitamin C and vitamin E.
Okay.
Very, very important for immunity. These antioxidants are very important to boost your B and T cells, the lymphocytes, which attack the viruses. Now there is something in Ayurveda, if you see, they have something called as the giloy. Giloy is an excellent immunobooster. It's been researched by British scientists. Guduchi they call it, or Goldwell they call it. In over the counter you get the tablet Septilin. You can go for that if you want to boost your immunity.
Okay.
Sunt powder is an excellent immunobooster. Sunt, the miri powder, the tea which you make, the herbal concoction, you can use sunt, you can use miri, you can use pipali, lavan, dalchin, all these things you can use.
Okay.
Dried ginger, not wet ginger, dried ginger.
Right.
So these things you can use. Most important thing is, apart from whatever you do in your house, you need to see, everybody is doing work at home.
Yeah.
Work from home as well as work at home.
Yes. Yes.
Correct or not? Including me. So that is where that will help you to keep moving. But
Correct.
there is something called structured movement, which is exercise.
Okay.
That you need to do at least 30 minutes. See, there is random physical activity and there is structured physical activity.
Okay.
So random physical activity to hum din bhar karte hain. That won't give any benefit.
Yes.
Structured physical activity kijiye 30 to 45 minutes on a daily basis. No matter whatever you do. You do push-ups, pull-ups, squats, anything, body weight training, Surya Namaskar par karo on a daily basis. Everybody needs to do that. Eat in moderation, eat less. Don't overload yourself.
Good. Good.
Vitamin C ko miss mat karna. Very, very important.
Yes.
So these are simple things which I would like
An
to.
important fact that you have cleared, such a big misunderstanding that Shatapauli is immediately after your food. Such an important thing, written 5,000 years ago. Wow.
Let me repeat the shloka. Vyavayam cha dhavanam panameva cha yuddham geetam cha patham cha muhurta bhuktavan tyajit. 45 minutes post avoid. And it is related to the peritoneal shunt 5,000 years back.
5,000 years back. Lovely.
That you have to keep it simple.
Yes, I think you have cleared
That's what I believe in.
We heard almost all the points, and that is wonderful. I want to now. I think we've cleared actually every point that I had, every question that I had. But I want to ask the viewers if they have any questions to ask Dr. Pendse. So, viewers, if you have any questions, you can write it in the comment section, and be quick at it. We'll try and get Dr. Pendse to answer all the questions, though he has already, I think, cleared everything. So till they write their questions, we will come back to this. I would
Yeah.
like to move to the next section, which we have made a fun section for this talk,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
a rapid fire round.
Okay.
So, Dr. Pendse, are you ready for the rapid fire round?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Dr. Pendse, what is your favorite snack?
Oats biscuits.
Wonderful. And what is your favorite dessert?
Yeah, somebody asked me a question, nourish well with Shweta. Yes, vitamin D is also important. Sorry, I missed it out. You reminded me. Yes, Shweta, vitamin D3 is also very important, which you can get in the sun, or else if you're lacking in vitamin D, then you can use as a supplement. You get a tablet of calcium with D3 250 IU. You can use that. Thank you for reminding me. Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, coming back to the rapid fire round. Which is your favorite dessert? You were saying.
Uh, Amras. I love Amras.
Wow. And
Amras.
that's the season.
Yes.
You must be having fun nowadays. What would you like to do on a Sunday morning, on a holiday morning? You would like to do weight training, you would like to just sit and have breakfast with your family, or you would like to do yoga. What is your Sunday morning or a holiday
I
morning?
would like to go for a trek to Sinhagad. It's one of my most favorite places. Sinhagad.
Srinagar. Which is your favorite fitness activity? There are 5 components. So, which is your favorite fitness activity? Weight training, cardio,
My
flexibility.
favorite fitness activity I could have showed you there. It's a pull-up bar. That's my
Oh,
most favorite. I love doing pull-ups.
wonderful, wonderful. What do you prefer? Vegetarian, non-vegetarian, vegetarian?
I eat everything.
Oh, wonderful.
And
So,
yeah, my wife is a vegetarian. So most of the times I have to either eat veg or eggs with her.
and wife, and a nutritionist wife. So, wonderful.
Yeah.
Very nice. My next question to you is, which is who is basically your fitness idol?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Wonderful. And if you meet him, what is the one question that you would like to ask him?
I would like to ask him. I would like to have a sparring session with him. I won't ask him anything.
Oh, super,
It's
super.
my favorite sidekick. If you see my pictures, I have
Yes,
a favorite sidekick, which is Van Damme's sidekick also, favorite kick also.
yes.
So
It's there on your logo also. It's there on your company logo, I guess.
yes. It's there. Yeah, the left-sided kick.
Wonderful. Thank you, doctor. You were great at the rapid fire round.
There's
We will not
somebody
trouble you
asking
with
me
that. We have one question here.
veganism.
Yes, veganism.
Veganism has a lot of research needs to be done on veganism,
Mhm.
and I have people coming back to me saying ki we want to come back to normal diet. Raw diet also, see, I like to keep it simple. You need to have all the the food groups. You need to consume all the food groups to have a healthy diet. Now I've been having all the food groups. I'm now age 47 plus. I'll be completing my 48. But I lift the same way I used to lift 20 years back or 30 years back.
Super.
So ultimately, ultimately how your body adapts. So, and how your body, see, there is something called as individualization. Now, for some people, it can help. Veganism can help. For some people, non-vegetarianism can work. It depends on an individual choice and how your body responds to that particular diet or lifestyle which you're following. So if you're following veganism, I don't have any issue. But I won't advise anybody to go कि आप vegetarian हो जाओ, non-vegetarian हो जाओ, आप यही खाओ. No, it's an individual choice. Now, how to give you the best out of whatever lifestyle you are following, that's my job. Now, I have so many clients who are vegans. I have so many clients who are vegetarians. I have so many clients who are non-vegetarians. So what I decide, कि how can I give the best to them out of what they are eating and what they're preferring.
Right.
So I don't judge anybody on, I don't do that. ये vegan है, ये no, I don't do that. I don't believe in that.
Correct.
Whatever is your choice, please follow it. My job is to give you the best out of it. That's what I feel.
The next question
Yeah,
is,
Mohit Deshpande asked a question. How can Ayurveda take us out from lockdown? That's a very good question. Now, there is something called as the Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR. Now, ICMR, what it needs to do, it needs to take the best out of every pathy, whether it's allopathy, whether it's Ayurveda, whether it's homeopathy, and combinedly work towards getting the country out of this pandemic. Now, what is happening? Every pathy has its own pros and cons, and every pathy has its own people, egos, and everything. So everybody needs to put that down, come together, and find a way out of it. Now, whether it's making people's immune system stronger, or treating the people who are already infected with COVID-19, or planning a program of post-COVID rehab program. There are three things.
yes,
Now, if all these people at the top, they come together and sit down on one table and find out something, then only things can happen. Otherwise, people will keep on pulling each other down. कि हमारा पैथी अच्छा है, हमारा ये अच्छा है, ये ऐसा नहीं करता, वो वैसा नहीं. That's what is going on.
correct.
People need to behave maturely and come on one platform and respect each other. That's what I feel.
Yes. There is one more question. Many people are getting gray hair. So what they need to do?
Many people are getting gray hair. There's some. I'll come to that question later. There's something. Somebody has asked me: is milk good or stop drinking?
Or stop drinking.
I would suggest stop drinking, because the kind of milk which you drink right now has all sorts of hormones in it, whether you like it or not, which is a reality.
Right.
It has hormones, it has anabolics, there's so many things, because they give injections to the cows or buffaloes to produce more milk, and that comes in the milk which we consume. So I believe you should avoid milk completely. That's my opinion. I don't drink milk. Milk products, when they undergo the procedure of making the curds or buttermilk, fantastic. That removes all the. That's what I believe. So I would suggest you can have curds, you can have buttermilk. Buttermilk is the best thing on the planet.
Super.
Tatram hi amruta labhyam. That's what they say in Sanskrit. It's the amrit on earth. So buttermilk you can have good amounts.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you were asking me something? Gray hair, na?
Gray hair.
Gray hair. It depends on your genetics and the number one. Number two, the kind of activity you are doing, physical, mental, and the kind of nutrition you are taking.
Right.
These three things are important.
Correct.
So sometimes what happens, if some people, they get immersed so much in their studies that it's difficult for them to take proper nutrition and sleep and all these things, and they may have premature gray hair. Now, whatever gray hair you have, you can't change it, except you have only on one option to color them. But to avoid new gray hair, improve on your nutrition, your sleep, and your exercise program. There are only three things in the world: exercise, nutrition, and sleep.
Correct.
Very, very important.
Thank you for clearing that up. And Dr. Mr. Divakar Nimkar, that was a wonderful question about milk. It must have solved so many people's problems. Thank you.
I love hard drink once. Oh, good question. Once in a while, it's fine. No problem. Don't make it a habit to drink every day.
Super. So we had a wonderful discussion, Dr. Pendse.
Yes.
I
Thank you so
have
much.
cleared all the questions of everybody. And thank you for sparing time, doctor, and getting back to us.
Anytime, Anand. Thank you for inviting me over here. And ISST School of Fitness Sciences is going to rock. Believe me, you guys are a fantastic lot of individuals who have been there in the industry since so long, with so much of credibility. And I would love to come and teach at ISFS anytime.
It will be our pleasure. Thank you so much. It will be our pleasure.
Because when good people make such academies, they work.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations to you and Vipul, and all the best for the future.
Thank you very much, doctor. And thank you for your time and support. Thank you for coming on the show. We'll
Anytime.
again have you for another topic in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.